What's going on, guys? Welcome to Late Hoops. Thank you so much for tuning in today's recap. Today we're going to be discussing this Lakers and Blazers game. It was actually an early game, so hopefully more of you were able to catch it. For those of you who don't stay up too late, we're just going to get started here first talking about the Lakers, and then we're going to get started talking about the Blazers. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please be sure to leave it a like at the end of it and go down right now in the comments and let me know what you guys think of this Lakers team. Is it time to press the panic button, or should we let it ride out a little more? First thing, I just got to get it out of the way. The Lakers shoot 6 for 33 from downtown, which brings them to a total of 25 for 118, or 21%, but who's counting? Anyways, I see LeBron shooting logo three-pointers and airballing them despite their lackluster shooting performance, if you can even call it a performance. The Lakers, though, they didn't quit, which is what I like to see. They were in this game literally until that last shot. If LeBron had hit that fadeaway, obviously you guys are smart enough to know that we would have seen overtime. I can tell you one thing, though. LeBron does not need overtime minutes on an engine that old. LeBron playing 38 minutes alone is already way too many in my opinion. LeBron playing 38 minutes alone is already way too many in my opinion. A game like this where the players don't necessarily play badly outside the awful shooting, it makes you think, is there a more urgent issue, or can the Lakers just really not buy a bucket at this rate? Is Darvin Ham not getting them the looks that they want on offense through the system that he's trying to implement? Because to me, it seems like it's a mixture of both. Like, there's a lot of missed open shots because obviously LeBron creates so many open looks, not the missed shots. But for the most part, there's just a lot of times where the Lakers cannot get anything going on offense if it's not solely ran through LeBron or AD. And I think that it's something to be a bit concerned about, honestly. Russell Westbrook was initially brought here to make LeBron's job easier, especially during the regular season. But now it just seems like we cross our fingers and hope that he shoots over 40% and has less than 5 turnovers. Tonight, you'd call it a quote-unquote decent game for him this season, and he shot 26% from the field and 0 for 3 from 3. I guess you'd call it a decent game because he got that and one early in the first quarter, and he was showing passion, and he was making plays, and he was setting up his teammates and getting active, and he was doing all the good Russell Westbrook things, but he was not taking care of the ball, and he was not shooting it efficiently, and that just cannot be the standard for him or this team in general going forward. I feel like LeBron could be putting on a front for the media by backing Russ, and I see guys like Juan Toscano Anderson who you genuinely know they do care about it and just think that Russ is going through a slump. But to be honest with you guys, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some movement before the trade deadline. Last thing I want to say about the Lakers is shout out Anthony Davis. I did say in a video before the season started that he has the potential to kind of just become the main person on both sides of the floor and just pass the torch, almost like a Tim Duncan and David Robinson moment where LeBron takes a little bit of a back seat and Anthony Davis goes crazy. Obviously, these past couple nights we've seen LeBron still try to be that guy, but on defense, I cannot say enough good things about AD, especially when it comes to this Lakers team. They play such a lackluster defensive scheme, and Anthony Davis is still out here blocking shots. Tonight he had 6 blocks, and it really did feel like a block party that was only shut down by one person, and that was Dame time. Dame started this game 0 for 4, then he proceeded to hit 7 shots in a row, followed by the rest of his 40 points scored tonight. This included many huge shots and free throws down the stretch, which makes it back-to-back 40 pieces for Dame and Dame time. I really am glad to see him become the sole powerhouse vet for this team. Not that I disliked him and CJ as a backcourt. I really was. It was a fan favorite style backcourt, but I just feel like there was a lot of, okay, my turn, your turn type of moments. Obviously, we know who the number one was, and we knew who the big dog and the 30-point per game average and the possible MVP candidate was, but it's just nice that the team was built with a bit more structure than teams we've seen in the past with the undersized backcourts. They also managed to keep Yusuf Nurkic throughout his entire process, someone who Dame is very familiar with and close with, so moving pieces like Jeremy Grant or Gary Payton coming in and all these different pieces on the floor. It doesn't feel so confusing when you can just dump it down to your big men. And speaking of these moving pieces, while we have not seen Gary Payton step on the floor for his Portland debut because he's still suffering a core injury, I believe it was, we did see Jeremy Grant ball out tonight. I know he didn't stuff the stat sheet, so to speak, but he had a huge block on Westbrook down the stretch. And after Dame hit that three, which I thought that was going to end it, then LeBron gets this wide open layup, and then Jeremy Grant hits a crazy game winner. Obviously, LeBron missed the game tire at the end of that game, but it was really, really, really nice to see Jeremy Grant just ball out and make some big shots. There was this particular catch and shoot he had in the corner where it just looks like he's really starting to mesh and gel a little bit with Dame, and they're starting to understand each other, and that could be a scary sight for the league when Gary Payton shows back up into this lineup. We never really know. As for some other pieces in this lineup, like Anthony Simons, he hit some big shots down the stretch, but I have to say, I have to be nitpicky because I want the best for him. And if you guys watch my underrated players or breakout players video, I did say he would be on that. He was just super inefficient tonight, just like he was in the last game. And one of the big things that I really liked about him was that he was shooting so efficiently from three-pointers and pull-up three-pointers, off the dribble three-pointers. I'm not going to overreact because he did keep his poise and he hit 2 big shots, and not only tonight, but last night. And it's just the start of the season. But with how much he just got signed for this offseason, you better believe the expectation is high for someone in his shoes. As for these teams' grades, I'm going to give the Blazers an A-. It was a great win tonight, but like I said with Anthony and just some of the other players, there was a lot of missed shots. And I love that they came back and they didn't quit and they were gritty, but they had the lead in this game. They lost the lead because they were missing too many shots, and then they had to sort of take it back in an old school fashion. They advanced to 3-0, and I'm not going to overreact about it because there's still a lot of basketball left to be played this season. And as for the Lakers moving on to 0-3, I'm going to try my best not to react too much about it, but I'm just going to give them a C-. Please figure out the shooting woes and show us, please show us some Showtime basketball at some point this year. If you guys enjoyed today's recap, please be sure to let me know by dropping a like and comment down below what team you're looking forward to on hearing this recap. Thank you guys so much for the support. I appreciate it. You guys really know I do. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Peace.